Hey everyone, it's Jessica, and today I've got my August favorites to share with you guys. I am so excited. I've got a ton of makeup products that are kind of new to me that I'm excited to share, but I also have one non-beauty item that I wanted to mention as well, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I'm going to mention is a laundry item. This company is called Crystal Wash, and they contacted me a while back ago and said, we'd love to be featured in one of your videos, and I was like, I don't know. So Tyler and I, we always talk about things like that, and we were researching and looking this up, and it really sounded kind of cool, and I was like, all right. So a while later, I finally responded and said, okay, that's fine. So they gave me a 20% off link below. Definitely check it out if you're interested, but let me tell you about them. So if you're hearing something, it's these. And basically when you order a set, I think the regular price is $50, but with the 20% off, that'd be it'd be like 40. It's kind of expensive at first, but then when you think about it, this is supposed to last 1,000 loads of laundry, and basically this is supposed to wash your clothes the way like a detergent would. However, like for us, we used to use like the scoop detergent, and then we switched over to like the little pods because it was just easier. We could just toss one in, except for that gets really pricey too. I mean, really pricey. So it was just all getting really expensive, and that's why when we kind of looked it up, we were like, maybe though. So basically all you have to do, and this blew both of our minds when we tried it, you put your clothes in, and then if you want to use like, what's it called? If you want to use like softener, fabric softener, you can put that in as well to do like that job. But this is just for the cleaning portion. So you literally just stick both of them in to your load, and then you wash clothes, and it gets them clean. And there was a stain in this shirt. I don't remember what it was. I'd say it was food. Of course it was. It was such a mess. Anyway, and it stained my shirt, and it came right out. I didn't even use stain remover. And they do say you can still use stain remover, like if it's a really set in stain, but it cleaned that off on its own. So that blew my mind. But what I thought was kind of cool is like how environmentally friendly it was, because what they say is every 30 washes, these are supposed to last 1,000 washes. They say every 30 washes, you're supposed to put them like in the sun for a while, and then it like almost like recharges the little pellets in here. I don't know the science behind it, but they have a description of it on their website. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it recharges them, and then you can use them again another 30 washes, up to 1,000 washes. So thinking about how many loads you're supposed to get out of like typical detergent, I mean, this is like $300 versus I guess 40 with my discount code. So I don't know. I think it's really cool. This is what we've been using now for about 2 weeks, and we've got some of our like pods left, and I look at them and I think that is so much money we've wasted, because we're just saving so much money. It's crazy. So I'm so excited. This might be something that I'm thinking about getting people. Kind of be a weird Christmas gift, but I feel like I'm thinking of my sisters that have kids that are doing tons of laundry, how much money this would save them too. So that's something I'm thinking about. Anyway, but like I said, there is that link below if you are interested, because it's, you know, save 10 bucks if you are thinking about it, and if not, well, then no harm done. So now let's get on to the makeup. So the very first thing I want to mention, this is something that it kind of sat in my collection. If you saw my Gorgeous Cosmetics haul I did a couple months ago, they sent me a bunch of stuff, and I just showed it on there just to show you guys because I'd never heard of any of it. This foundation is the best foundation I've ever used. Like, I wish I had this for my wedding day, and I loved the foundation I used, but this is the best foundation I've ever used. Like, I cannot use anything else. Anything that I thought was my favorite just got wiped out of the way. It is the Gorgeous Cosmetics Base Perfect Liquid Foundation. This stuff, when I put it on, it's got like a little pump, and when I put it on, I, you know, just kind of dot it everywhere, and then I just rub it in from the inside out with like a foundation brush. It is instantly flawless. I never need a second layer, although sometimes I'll put a second layer here because I've got like freckles and hyperpigmentation, just a little bit. So I'll put a little extra there, but it's crazy high coverage, but it looks so light. Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a cake of makeup. Because that was my problem with like the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It was like, wow, this is great coverage, but for me it didn't feel comfortable to wear, and I just felt like I was breaking out and just, you know, all that. I've been wearing this for about 3 weeks now. It's not broken me out. Your skin doesn't look matte, but it doesn't look shiny. It's that perfect satin finish, and it just stays put. It doesn't move all day. I don't use this with the primer. I don't use it with the setting spray. I just use it. And it on its own with my skin type, which I would say I'm pretty much normal. I've got just normal skin. It's never too oily, and it gets a little drier in the winter. So normal to dry. This works amazingly. If you've used this and you do have like really oily skin, I'd love to know down below how it works for you, like if it does stay put for you as well. I would say if you have oily skin and you did want to do this, try it with a primer that you know really works well with your skin, and it would probably work better. I can't believe how amazing this stuff is. Better than the HD foundation from Makeup Forever, better than my Revlon Color Stay Whipped, which you know I love, better than the Rimmel one that I love. This is amazing. Okay, I'll shut up about it. Next thing, some drugstore things. What I'm wearing on my lips right now is a favorite. This is the Wet n Wild 903C lipstick, and the shade is actually called Just Peachy. And it's just this peachy tone lipstick. You can see it on my lips today. The Mega Last lipsticks are so drying at first, because like they kind of pull at your lips to get them on, but once you've got them on and you really kind of fill in the gaps, they're so beautiful and they really do stay put. And for $1.99, or I want to say they're $2 or $3, it's so worth the price because of the color punch alone. But I usually, because it is a drier formula, I'll typically wear something over it. And this is another favorite. This is the NYC Liquid Lip Shine in Brighton Beach Peach. And I love it. Again, a really shimmery, peachy colored lipstick or lip gloss. But it's so, I don't know, it's like got this beautiful metallic sheen to it, but it's not too much. And they have this nice kind of caramely vanilla scent to it. And I just love these two together. I love both of these separately. They're just absolutely beautiful and so, so cheap. Okay, the next favorite is, I just got this and I already know. I'm wearing it today. It's the blush I'm wearing. This is from Makeup Geek, and I just placed my first Makeup Geek order the other day. Never tried any of their stuff other than some eyeshadows a subscriber sent, and I loved them, which is why I placed the order. So this blush is in Secret Admirer, and it's this like kind of lilac pink, like a purplish pink. First of all, they're crazy pigmented, but they're actually blendable. So I've got a little swatch there, but they blend beautifully. They do not budge. When I put this on, I had like our back to school night at school, and I put it on in the morning and I thought I was gonna have time to go home. I didn't, so I wanted to touch up, but I didn't have blush. It stayed on. It just stayed on, and it was, you know, from 5 in the morning until probably about 8 at night. It just looked the same way it did in the morning. It was so amazing. So that is how I knew. I was like, I've got to tell you guys about this, because that's what we're all looking for in a blush that just stays put. It doesn't like start looking patchy. It just stays the way you put it on beautifully. And I love this shade, Secret Admirer. Now I want to try other ones, but this is one that I love, these kinds of blush shades. So another favorite, now this one's a Laura Geller one. So it's just a little bit pricier. That's kind of the downside. Oh my gosh. So this is their Baked Highlighter Duo. I was wanting to buy their Baked Highlighter in French Vanilla because it's kind of like a satiny highlighter. It's not shimmery, but it's got that nice satin glow. Well, this one was the Duo. So it's got French Vanilla right here, and then on the side that's really shimmery, it's called Portofino. So you can blend them together and get a really pretty highlight. I mean, that's kind of hard to see. But then you can get just the French Vanilla, which is beautiful right here. And then you could get just Portofino. And so you've got 3 different shades of the highlighter, which I think is amazing. And I mean, that alone is kind of worth the price. So for me, when I'm traveling, I always end up bringing more than one highlighter, because I'm like, well, sometimes I want more of a shimmery and sometimes I want more of just a glowy. This is both. So it's like a dream. So I'm excited to travel with this. I know that we're going to London over Christmas, and I'm probably gonna bring this with me just because it's so multi-purpose. I say that now, I'll probably change my mind 10,000 times. Anyway, but it's amazing. So another favorite, this is a Milani product, and it's their Shadow Eyes in the shade Almond Cream. I have been using this nonstop. I used it today right under my brow. I just took the pencil and just kind of drew it and then just patted it in and blended it to sharpen my brow line. But not only that, I'll use this just instead of my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, which is like the same color, but you know, I put the cream shadow all over to kind of neutralize that area, and then it'll work kind of as a shadow primer. Well, I've been using this as a shadow primer, so I'll just draw a little bit and then blend it all in, all over my eyelid and all the way up to my brow bone, and it holds onto the shadow beautifully. These are so inexpensive. It lasts a long time, and it's not gonna dry out as quickly as like a Paint Pot would, in my opinion, because it's a different format, but it's so, so creamy. I was constantly shocked about how creamy this is. Love that one. All right, so this is another new one to me. This is the Sonia Kashuk Brightening Powder, and it was, I wanna say it was a little over $10 at Target is where Sonia Kashuk is sold, and you can also buy it on Target's website. This is like, it's like a finely milled, loose white powder, but it's got little flecks of glitter, and usually that turns me off because I had tried the e.l.f. one that a lot of people love, and again, you guys know I love e.l.f., but that one, for whatever reason, I just didn't love it. This, the glitter in it is so nicely milled that, just dropped it, that it just kind of, I don't know, it blends and looks correct. Like, it just looks right. So I'm wearing this today as well, and it just really brightens that area. So even if you're using a concealer that's not great, I feel like this does a great job of setting it, but also brightening it, so it makes it look even better than it did. So I really, really like this stuff. And this is the only white under eye setting powder that I'm using. The other ones I have more of like a nude tone or whatever, but this one, it's the only white one I've actually really liked. So I'm really excited about that. And I have a couple more favorites. There were a lot this month. This is the Maybelline Quad and Chai Latte. This is one that a lot of people talked about a couple of years ago, and I had never tried it. And I heard someone mention it in like a decluttering video. I think they kept it, but they were mentioning it, and I was like, I forgot about that quad, and I never tried it. And then I thought, I wonder if they even still sell it, and they do. It's just, before it was in a different format, and now they have it in the format they use now. But it's got these beautiful shades where it's got this deep brown with a little bit of glitter, and I use that on, that's all I'm wearing on my eyes, this quad. I didn't bring anything else into it. So I've got this dark brown lining my eye on the bottom. I've got this light color all over. Then I use the kind of amber color, or like almost like a rose gold color, all over my lid as well and in the crease. And then I also use this kind of matte taupe color in my crease as well. So all of that blended together, I think, is a really nice look. It's great for every day. It's great if you know, have a job where you want something you can touch up as well. You can still use the little sponge applicators to, you know, line your eyes, or even, I mean, it works well. A lot of people only use these, and I think people forget that they're useful. So yeah, I really, really like it. Do I think these shadows are like the most buttery, most pigmented things in the world? Absolutely not. I mean, if you swipe this compared to like the Lorac Pro, it's like night and day. But do I still think they do a nice look and that they're usable just as well? Yes. And frankly, sometimes these shadows are more useful because they're not as pigmented right off the bat, so you don't have to worry about screwing it up too much, which I really like. So I love that quad. I have another quad in Mocha Motion, the same Maybelline brand, that I really like as well. And it's just got very similar tones, but a little more gray toned, I would say. Okay, so another favorite blew me away. I've had a lot of subscribers send me the unique little like mascara duo where you could do like the fibers and stuff. And I've always been like, no. So I finally was like, I'm just gonna try it. Why am I being such a weirdo about it? So I tried it and I was like, what? Like, it actually works. So that blew my mind. I could not, so basically you get two things, the transplanting gel and the fibers. And you put the transplanting gel, which is essentially like a mascara, it's black. You put that on first, then you put on the fibers, and the fiber comes like on like this like almost straight wand, and they're black fibers. For some reason I thought they'd be white, and I'm like, no, that's gonna show through. They're black, so then it kind of goes on and they look all feathery and kind of cool. Then you use that same transplanting gel, like the black mascara, back over it to kind of like settle it in. So it's kind of like sandwiching in the fibers. I thought it'd be hard to work with. I thought it'd be, I mean, I was just prejudging it a lot. It was so easy to do. It took me really only a little bit longer than just regular mascara because I'm usually putting on a few coats of it anyway. And it does really well. I'm wearing it today and I really like the way it makes my lashes look. They're really soft. They don't feel, you know, weird or crunchy. I don't notice like flaking all over the place. It's just, I was really impressed. So I know they have another, this is their original formula. I know they have another like a 3D formula. I haven't tried that yet, but I really liked this. So those are all my favorites. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, check below. I usually list all of my makeup that I mention with a link to purchase it from, you know, wherever, Ulta, Sephora, Walmart, wherever, if you were interested. So definitely check that out and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.